Hey folks, it's Dr. Brenda, founder of the Gutsy Women Club and Gutsy Women Finances community. Full-time RVer, financial coach, sociologist, traveling the country with my cats. Hey, today I want to talk about manifesting money. I am beginning to see this concept float up on my Facebook feeds, on ads, and it's like, oh, just manifest money. Can you manifest money? Oh, hey, please subscribe if you already subscribed. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Now, manifesting money. I'm a financial coach, so I believe in giving people the tools, the resources, and the confidence to build their finances, to manage their money. There's a bit about the manifesting money that I find pretty bizarre, but there are pieces of it that are very powerful as well. So some of the folks who go really overboard with the whole manifesting the money is it's like, you know what, if I have an idea of how much money I need and what I need it for, and I put it out to the universe, money is going to float down on my lap and it's just going to magically appear. And some of the advice that I've seen, quite honest, is very detrimental. Like, act like you've got the money. Okay, does that mean I should go out and get that trip, buy that big vacation, put it on my credit card because I just know the money is going to come to me? Fairy dust thinking. Fairy dust thinking, guys. That's just not going to work, and it'll get you in a big jam. But I want to talk about the pieces of the whole money manifestation movement that does have some value. So one of the things that I read is you should smell your money. It's not a great smell. And considering all the people who have handled this $20 bill, this is probably not the cleanest surface for me to be touching and sniffing. So, you know what? You don't need to sniff money. I don't think it's really going to help you bring in the money. So, what can you do? I'm going to segue to my computer for part of this because I want to talk about money myths and how to deconstruct them. But before I do that, there are some tools. Everything is about our money mindset. Now, the manifestation of money, it all relates to the law of attraction. You know, if I think positively, if I think I'm going to have a date next year or get in a relationship, then I will. If I think I'm going to, make a lot of money and become a millionaire, then I will. Okay, there's positive thinking. Okay, I can manage that. But it's really let's talk about the tools, okay? So one of these tools, I'm going to back up a bit because think about the things that you learned about money while growing up. I mean, maybe you had dysfunctional family members. You could see people burn through their money. Either they were too frugal or they spent it all. They were in debt, went bankrupt. All kinds of things that you have seen and been told about money. And that makes up some of your money mindset as an adult. So the money mindset is really, it's that unique set of beliefs and attitudes that really stem from your environment, how you grew up, what you learned about money. So part of the challenge is to overcome some of those beliefs, those ideas. Now, one thing there's several tools. One of the tools that I find very powerful is the act of visualization. So, like, I do a lot of vision boarding with my Gutsy Women Club. And we sit together and we think about how do we want our lives to look? How do we want to live our lives? What does our lifestyle look like? And part of that is money. How much money do we need to live that lifestyle? So for visualization, that is something that you can build into a morning or an evening routine that just helps you relax about your money woes, because that is part of it. Is, when we're not doing so well financially, I know I've been there. I I know what it's like to constantly worry about your money, and you've got to do some relaxation exercises. Be grateful. Gratitude is part of this. Be grateful for what you already have, for what you have learned. Even if there are mistakes that you made in the past, you've learned something from them. Be grateful for what you do have, but also begin to visualize. So that is a very powerful process. But here's the piece that will get you the furthest, fastest. Okay, you're not going to have 10,000 bucks just falling in your lap, or if you do, it's highly circumstantial. But you can change your mindset. So what I'm going to do now is switch to my laptop so that you can see, visualize what it is I'm talking about in terms of deconstructing those money myths and creating affirmations that work for you. Hang on. So can you manifest money so that money just naturally flows to you? Well, it doesn't work quite like that, but there is so much you can do with your mindset, with the way you think about money, with the way you act about money. And a lot of our hang-ups about money were built in when we were kids, that we've heard it from society. Some of the most common money myths are these 3 myths. Money can't buy happiness. How often have you heard that? Money is the root of all evil. Something innately wrong with money. It's going to make you greedy, going to turn you into this nasty person, right? Greed. Money naturally leads to greed and selfishness. It's very selfish to want money, right? So those are some of the common money myths. And how does that help you make money? How does that help you become wealthy? Fact is, it doesn't. So this is an example again of cognitive dissonance. So we want to be financially free. We want to build wealth. We want to manage our money and be in a good place. We want to get rid of our debt. We want to maybe be able to donate to charities if we only had more money. We love all that stuff. Love being able to use money to travel on this fantastic vacation. But the other part of our brains tells us, oh, well, I can't really have money because then it's going to make me greedy. It's going to make me an obnoxious person. So you get these 2 sides of your brain, sort of the angel and the devil on the other side. It's like, what is it that I really want? How do I break through that disconnect between what I want, what I know is good for me, versus what all this stuff in the back of my mind tells me are the negatives, the bad stuff that's going to happen. So I really believe in this, the 3 Ds: define, deconstruct, and decide. This is belief deconstruction. So, hey, if you can get out a piece of paper right now and get out a pen, give yourself a little bit of time to think about those money myths you grew up with, those money myths that maybe you still buy into. Let's work on this exercise together. So the define means, first of all, what is that belief about money? Then we get to that second piece, which is deconstruct. Why do I believe this? Where did this belief come from? And then the third piece is decide. Is it true? Is it helpful? And can I rewrite it? So I'm going to give you an example of how this works. So let's talk about money can't buy happiness. That's the defined part. That's the myth we're going to work on. That's the belief. I can have 20 million bucks in the bank. I'm still not going to be happy. Okay. Why do I believe this? Partly because we're given examples. People whose lives became worse after they made a lot of money. Maybe they won the lottery and then all of a sudden everybody went after their money. They didn't know how to manage it. They became bankrupt. Their lives were worse. Or people who are really well off and yet they commit suicide. And it's like, clearly that money didn't get them the help they needed. It didn't buy them happiness, and maybe it made them more depressed. Okay, and so there are those examples. Where did this belief come from? That's a little bit more difficult to decide. So, we've got the uber wealthy, people who have trillions and billions of dollars now. It's sort of to their advantage to encourage this belief, because then we should all be settled into believing that, okay, I have enough. I don't need more. I should be satisfied with what I have. To want more, that means there's something wrong with me. I'm greedy. Is this just a myth that is designed to keep us in our place, designed to keep poor people poor, designed to keep people from getting ahead and achieving and dreaming big, achieving big things? Is it true? You know what? Money, what can money buy? It can buy you experiences. It can buy you freedom from worrying about everything. It can help you contribute to things that are important to you. It can contribute to your happiness. So no, it's not true. And we've got to work through this in our own minds. Rewriting it, money supports my happiness. It's not going to necessarily buy it, but I can afford to do things that bring me joy. I can afford maybe to be flexible with my schedule. I can afford to do things that are important to me. It supports my happiness. Okay, so that's the 3 Ds on that money myth. And I want you to think about this for a little while. So money is the root of all evil. Let's go ahead and tackle that one. Why do we believe it? Well, we do see, big heads of corporations, politicians, taking bribes, taking money, and doing bad things with it. So there are examples of people using their wealth to skirt the rules, to get what they want, to create more money for themselves, but also harm a lot of people in the way. And that belief, where does it come from? Maybe that is yet another example of why we should avoid money. We can't be good people if we have money. So again, is that another reason to not pursue money? Because it's damaging, right? Another way to keep us down. Is it true? Well, what would you do with a lot of money? I mean, part of this, as a financial coach, money in itself is just a tool. We teach you how to use it, how to align your money with your priorities. And hey, if you're looking for a New Year reset, man, we've got something really great coming up in January. I'll put the link in the discussion. But think about whether it's true. And if you have a lot of money, how are you going to use it? And maybe you're going to use it to set up a foundation to help underprivileged children. Maybe you're going to use it to buy yourself a nice, secure house and be able to give back to the community. Money is not the root of all evil. Money can be used for good. So you have to decide, you know what? This is just not true. I'm going to rewrite it. Maybe money is the root of awesomeness. It doesn't have to be the root of evil. It can help me become the most awesome person I can be. It can help others be really, really awesome people. So the next thing we're going to talk about is when you really resonate to some of those beliefs, you've got to rewrite it, and then you need to repeat it. So, you know what? The I love money because it is the root of awesomeness. That is an affirmation. So affirmations are just things that you repeat over and over. Maybe you get up in the morning, maybe you repeat this periodically throughout the day. Find an affirmation that has meaning to you. Probably the best example was Muhammad Ali. And, I am the greatest. And he said that before he even knew he was, but he told himself he was the greatest. What if we all told ourselves that we are the greatest? So think of some affirmations. My challenge for you is to, hey, come up with 3 affirmations. Can you do that? 3 affirmations that are going to dispel those money myths, help you move forward. Try them out for a couple of days. Come on back here. Add the affirmation that you're sticking with, the one that means the most to you, the one that just fits your personality, your goals, and add that in the comments. I would love to create a little library of affirmations. Tell me what money myths you are working to destroy. So we started this discussion with manifestation, and you can't just manifest money. You can't dream it up. And you know what? If you could dream it up and you don't have a plan for it, it could cause you more trouble. So again, we're all about financial coaching is all about budgets and planning and tools and resources and teaching you how to take charge of your money. Finally, I'm going to end this on the note of gratitude. Try to instill gratitude into your daily routine. Be thankful. Be ready to show appreciation. Be ready to return kindness. Be grateful for all that you have, all that you are in a position to receive. And that's also going to help you go a long way toward bringing in money, managing money, lessening your worries, appreciating all that you have around you. So, all right. So the bottom line, can you manifest money? Sort of, kind of, maybe, but it's really about that money mindset. Get your head in the game. Get rid of those beliefs that are holding you back. Rewrite those beliefs. Create some affirmations. Visualize. Be grateful. All of those things become a package that then helps you see opportunities where you might not have seen opportunities before, and have the courage and the confidence to step forward on your path to wealth. And hey, if you'd like to join us, Gutsy Women Finance Community, I've got the link in the description. This is a really cool community for women who want the resources, want the tools, want the courage, want to be empowered to take charge of their own money, to grow their wealth, to build a better life. All right, guys, we'll see you later. Hope you enjoyed Money Monday. Dr. Brenda, so long.